Okay, hello everybody. I am here with Megan. We are going to be talking about Go for Gold. Let me go ahead and get the video in front of me so we know what in the world is going on here. Or at least I do, is the goal. Let's see. Gold getters. And Megan was with me earlier. We were in Diamond Lane and we were talking about PR or public relations.
It was amazing.
Oh man, we just knocked it out of the park. Basically, you guys, if you're not familiar with what PR is, that's how you get on blogs, it's how you get on podcasts, how you get in magazines, it's how you do all the things, how you get on Good Morning America. It's all of that. And so we were talking about how to be able to hire a PR person without spending all of that cash, right? We just spend a little bit of cash until you're ready to spend a little more cash. Then you spend a little more cash. But whenever things scale, that's okay, right? Because budget scales with success, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, okay, Megan, I already know what we're going to talk about because, well, first of all, you guys, the reason that I do these videos at all ever, I always do this disclaimer, is because I tell you why I make the courses that I make, why I train the way that I train. Like I tell you guys about that. But at the end of the day, when I go to spend either my time or my money or both on something, I want to know that it's actually going to push the needle on whatever it is that it's supposed to do, right? So I can't just take somebody's word for it and say like, okay, so they said this is going to work, so it probably will. You guys, I live in reality too, and I've spent thousands on courses that at the end of the day were a complete waste of time. It taught me stuff I already knew. It was full of fluff, and essentially at the end of the day, I was out money and I was out time. And there's nothing that's going to aggravate me faster than taking both of those things from me and giving me nothing in return, right? So the reason why we do these videos is just so you guys can see what the courses are actually doing for people that are like you, okay? So that's why you see so many of these testimonials. No, she has not been paid to do a testimonial. Like this is legit just her stepping up and saying, hey, I'll talk about what it does for me. So, okay, Megan, well, shoot. What was life like before Go for Gold? What was your business like? What was life like before Go for Gold?
My business was really stagnant. I hadn't enrolled anyone in over a year. I hit executive one time, like 2.5 years ago. And looking back, it was ridiculous and a little bit pathetic. Like I was begging people.
Oh, no.
Oh, it was sad. It was it's embarrassing to look back on.
Oh man, isn't that the best
growth?
Only
ever did it once. Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's the best growth when you can look back and be like, oh, bless her heart, you know?
Right. Exactly.
She was really trying there.
Right. Yeah, I was.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, I love that you've had change with it. So what would you say is the biggest change that you've had in your business, in your life, in the way you carry yourself, all of this, because we know it changes all of that stuff. What's the biggest change that you've had since taking Go for Gold?
I would say it's really just finally feeling like I have the freedom to run my business the way that I want to and be completely authentically me. Yeah. And you know, not be following like a full script that's like word for word, this is what you say and you can't deviate from it. And it's like, that's just not what I would say.
Right.
So it comes with a lot of stress because you're like, but that's not me. That's that other person. So it's amazing to finally feel like, you know, this is me and I can put myself out there online and just resonate with people who are like, oh, I like her, instead of me, you know, trying to beg people to get started with me.
There's something so like I feel like it's a little bit, and we may have talked about this before, but I feel like it's a little bit almost abusive whenever we tell people that they have to follow this script that is complete, like to the T. Because when they don't succeed with that, because anytime that you awkwardly place yourself into somebody else's shoes, that's probably not going to work, right?
Right.
But like whenever it doesn't succeed, that's like you have to own that failure because that's your business, but it's not your failure to own because it wasn't your script and it wasn't your words. So it's
Right.
like this weird thing where like you have to mold yourself into somebody else's way of doing things and then fail while you're doing it, and it's all sorts of just like abusive to a person's psyche. I think it's
Yeah.
we should totally be able to show up as we are, who we are. Like I'm chaotic, right? Like I'm sort of like the chaotic messy mom. It is what it is. I am who I am. It is what, like, and I'll own that, but I can't show up as somebody else or start talking like saying the script like I'm Nancy fancy pants, right?
Right.
That like that has everything in order, because that it's not me and it would feel sideways and it isn't authentic. And so then the people that I'm there to support actually don't know that I'm there. the real
Right.
people. Also, it doesn't expand your brand. So just so everybody else knows that's watching this, Go for Gold, it's with Young Living, sure. But what it does is essentially it's expanding your brand to allow for additional income streams, because you guys, at the end of the day, I preach many eggs, many baskets. We should have many baskets with many eggs in any of them. So if any of them fall, we're totally good. And you're not anxious and freaked out about any of those baskets falling at all, because it makes no difference. If one falls, no big deal. You've got X, Y, and Z over here. That's fine. And that's what Go for Gold does for you. It allows you to develop that brand that then opens up these doors for other income streams, you guys. So that's another thing as well. But anyway, so I want to talk about what happened to you today. The message that, did you message me? Where did that come from?
No, we were talking in Diamond Lane.
There it is. Thank you. Yes. Let's tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's this week, which it's Tuesday. So since yesterday, right? And again, having not, enrolled people in a year. And thankfully last month I enrolled people for the first time in a year, thanks to
How many did you enroll last month?
4 personally enrolled and reactivated 4. So
shut your face. So you're saying 8 all month?
Yeah.
That's insane.
And those are personal. So I also helped a team member start two new people as well. Right.
After not enrolling somebody for an entire year. Oh my word. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's hearing this. Ears out. Okay.
So this week, so far, because it's only Tuesday, so week's still young.
Yeah.
I helped my team member get a brand new person started with a PSK, and I helped a friend of mine get started with over 100 PV, and actually she was only going to order like 40 PV, which was totally fine. Only she had a couple of other people who were interested in what she was ordering. So I just casually mentioned, as per what I've learned in Go for Gold, hey, if, no pressure whatsoever, but if you want to bump up your order to 50 PV, and then these 2 people place an order, then you'll get 25% of what they make. Absolutely no pressure. It's completely up to you. And so she bumped her order up to 100 PV and signed up for ER, which was amazing. And then I followed up with someone else who had emailed me from my website. So this is a complete stranger. We have no mutual friends whatsoever. And she liked a blog post that I did. And I talked about the 7-day reset challenge that I'm doing. And so we had talked last week about it. And I followed up with her today as per what I've learned and Go for Gold. Again, very casual, no pressure whatsoever, but I just want to let you know today's probably the last day that you can jump in on this. But again, no worries either way. And here's a link to my community if you want to come join in. And she did. And then I got a notification that she ordered her PSK, and she said she's really excited to learn from me. Just like, okay, this has been a really great week.
So okay, right. Exactly. So what you're saying is this. So what you're saying is now you're essentially getting out there on the internet to the point where people are finding you, and then they're liking what you're talking about, and then they're also signing up, because people covet that, right? People see bloggers and then they're like, but how do they actually make money? But how do they, how do they actually build a team from the blog and da 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 da? Because all you see is the top of the iceberg, right? You see a blog post. That's all you see. So you don't know about anything that happens underneath it. Go for Gold is everything that happens underneath it, you guys. That's the system when she's saying like things I've learned from Go for Gold, you guys, this is what you've been wondering about without realizing this is what you've been wondering about, like for probably years. There are bloggers, even in YL, there are bloggers that they seriously sign up like 100 people a month or something. And everybody's like, how do they do that? Or they think they're cheating or whatever people immediately default to, but like, they're not. It's the strategy that they use. Right. And this is it. This is what it is. Okay. I'm going to ask you this question now, and then I'm going to ask you the question I ask at the end of everyone. So right now, where do you think your business would be if you didn't do Go for Gold?
It would be exactly where it was before, because I was just spinning my wheels. I had no system. There was nothing that was duplicatable. And the thing I love about Go for Gold is that not only is it duplicatable, but it's not duplicatable in the sense that everyone is going to look the exact same. Everyone is going to look completely different, and that's how it's supposed to be. And like, I cannot even tell you how much I love that, how much I have like found who I am in just the past couple of months of just working these systems. And it has been so fun. I mean, I'm doing all this work and I'm like, this is amazing. This is the coolest thing ever. My husband,
it feels good, right?
Same way. Yeah. He's looking at me and he's like, this is crazy. Because, he's been so supportive in the 4 or 5 years that I've been in Young Living. Yeah. And, he's seen the vision. I'm one of the few who joined for the business. I wanted to make money, and, and I made a little bit, but it was painful.
Yeah.
This has been brilliant and seamless and simple, and I love it.
Oh man, that's so great. And I love hearing the stories of when the husbands have come on board, and it sounds like he was on board with you the whole time, but the husbands really seem to resonate with Go for Gold. And I think it's the systematic approach, because they can sink their teeth in. They get it. It's not pie in the sky. Well, you share, and it's not, it's like, okay, do these things. It's black and white. Here's how it goes,
exactly.
Right? The way I describe it these days, it's like the back of a pizza box, right? Like we're all going to bake the pizza the same way. It looks the same. And then like you put your own flavor on it. So would you say that, how long do you think you would have gone, just out of curiosity, how long do you think that you would have gone in the trajectory that you were on before Go for Gold? How long do you think you would have sat there and kept going? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, I'm super loyal. so I feel like, I've been in this for years, and just, kind of been hoping for something. And I absolutely love the network marketing industry. Yeah. But I needed a system, and I don't know how much longer I would have been able to realistically been like, this will eventually work. Maybe
Yeah.
someday.
Yeah. For everybody else, it's working.
Right, exactly.
Well, what would you say to somebody who's on the fence then? Somebody who's like, I don't know, is this just another one of those things? What would you say to that person?
I would say I have been in this industry for a long time, since 2007. I have spent upwards of over $20,000 on different things in different systems and different business courses. So I've probably taken everything that anyone could take in order to succeed, and I've had like gurus be like, I don't understand why you're not succeeding. You're doing everything I'm telling you to do, because I can
Oh,
follow
wow.
directions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, so I would say it's like what, under $100 for Go
Yeah.
for Gold.
So cheap.
I mean, yeah,
It's crazy.
honestly, like I made my money back, I think like the first month. And same with Silver Made Simple.
Yeah.
So yeah,
After not having any signups for a year, you made your money back in the
yeah,
first month.
exactly. And after spending over $20,000
After
over the
spending
last
20.
13 years. So,
Oh
so
my
yeah, I
gosh.
would say spend the 100, actually spend whatever it is for Go for Gold and Silver Made Simple, and pretty much anything else you have going on. Cause I've
Because we
trained under a
deliver.
lot of people. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the only thing that's been very fast and very effective, and I can do it as myself, which
Yes.
there's nothing else like this.
Mm-mm. There's not, y'all.
No.
There is not.
I can promise you there is not.
Megan's taking it all. She knows. That's what
There is
your next
nothing like
website
this.
needs to be, is reviewing like different tools, right? You're
Oh,
like,
that's a
nope,
good idea. I'll do that for a blog post.
do it. I wouldn't be mad at you.
No, I
Oh
don't
my
think you would.
Lord. Well, Megan, thank you for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. I love
Of
hearing
course.
your stories. I love hearing I love hearing everybody's stories, but I really love it when you come in and you hunker down and you've done all of the things. You're in a position where somebody that can come in and say they've done all of the things can also be really frustrated, can also come in with maybe a little bit of a chip on their shoulder where they're like, I'm so freaking done with this, right? But you didn't come in like that. You came in like open and ready, and just ready to learn something new. You guys have to understand, for those of you, I mean, we have people in there that have been distributors for 20 years. Okay. You have to understand, whenever you're coming in, you're about to learn something completely different than what you have been told. What I teach is completely different than what you've been told in the network marketing industry and in Young Living in specific. Okay, so you have to come in open to understand that everything else needs to take a back seat to what you're about to learn, because this is going to work. But if you don't open up to that, I'm just going to tell you, if you don't open up to that, you're not going to see success. Okay, you do need to be open to learning something, because it is going to change your world, but you have to be ready to do it and know that you're going to have that, like, maybe a mourning period of, oh, I wish this still worked. Well, that's not going to get people signed up. So, yeah. All right. Well, somebody said something and they said, wow, Mackenzie said, wow, I feel like we have a similar story, but you're like 10 steps ahead of me. Haha, which is super exciting. I've purchased so many courses, but try to make things work and it just never stuck. But Go for Gold already feels different, and I'm just starting. I'm just curious what your bat signal is. Ooh, because I also started YL for the business. I ended up loving the products, but my primary reason was to make an income. You want to share what your bat signal is real quick before we go?
Yeah, my bat signal has everything to do with adoptees and just helping them through their trauma, because I'm on the other side of it, and feel like I can reach back and help them. And let me just put a little plug in for a one-on-one with Martha while you can.
Right. Yeah. Till the end of June.
Do
And then
it.
I'm done doing it.
Exactly. Do it, because I was kind of, I don't know what I'm doing. And then that was the best money that I've spent other than everything else. So like I said, do everything that Martha's doing, because I mean, if you want to succeed, if you want to just keep spinning your wheels and being frustrated, then by all means, don't, but I would recommend jumping on board.
You guys, that's whenever Robin said she just signed up. Awesome. Welcome, Robin. Whenever she said that she works with adoptees, because that's what her history is, and that's what she's been through. You guys, I hope that you're hearing, and I hope that you're understanding that means that she's working the business from a place that speaks to her soul and is a place of service to other people. That's the whole thing here, you guys. We are not just salespeople for a company. We are people helping other people, period. And then we show them how to incorporate this into their lives as well. That's what, I mean, if you really want this to be like a mission, a cause, and then also produce income, that's what we're talking about here. So, okay. Well, thank you. I don't know. Field goal. I don't know where that came from. Hey, win. You have the best day. Everybody else have an awesome day too. Thank you so much again. Okay.
Of course. Happy to do it.
Oh, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.